In this episode, we delve deep into the compelling, controversial early days and subsequent ascent of Albert Alpo Martinez, the infamous drug overlord and confidential informant for the Federal Bureau of Investigations. Albert Geddes Martinez, who earned the street names of Alpo or Po, took his first breath in the world on June 8, 1966, in the vibrant, culturally diverse neighborhood of Harlem, New York. As a mere child of 13, he was already immersed in the shadowy underworld of narcotics, selling drugs to survive and thrive in the harsh realities of his environment. It wouldn't be until the mid-1980s when Martinez's path would intersect with A.Z. Faison's, another notorious figure in Harlem's drug scene, affectionately referred to as Ace by those who knew him. This meeting marked a turning point in Alpo's trajectory, propelling him upward through the underworld hierarchy. Albert Martinez made a name for himself, swiftly becoming one of the most widely recognized and feared drug dealers within New York during the tumultuous 1980s, forming an with Ace and subsequently Rich Porter, who he would come to call a friend during their mutual incarceration. Alpo assembled a crew that was as intimidating as it was influential. The united force they created was something to be both respected and feared. A trio who conducted their illicit business with a ruthless efficiency, punishing any who dared to step out of line or show them any form of disrespect. Ever the ambitious opportunist, Alpo set his sights beyond the boundaries of his native New York, expanding his drug empire to the streets of Washington, D.C. It was there he made the acquaintance of Wayne Silk Perry, a formidable individual known for his enforcement skills. Perry would later morph into Alpo's personal hitman, a deadly weapon in his arsenal of power. On December 5, 1989, William Porter, who was none other than the cherished younger sibling of Rich Porter, shockingly disappeared while he was en route to his school. The monstrous culprits behind this heinous act didn't just stop at kidnapping. They cruelly demanded a ransom in exchange for William's safety. And in a macabre display of inhumanity, they even resorted to the sadistic act of cutting off one of William's fingers. This terrifying ordeal, which can send chills down anyone's spine, pushed Rich to the precipice of madness. The protective older brother was resolved and prepared to take any drastic measures necessary to rescue his beloved little brother from the clutches of the kidnappers. However, in a heartbreaking turn of events, on the cold winter day of January 3, 1990, the lifeless body of Rich Porter was tragically found deserted near the desolate Orchard Beach. The horrifying state of his body bore the brutal signs of being violently struck numerous times in the head and chest, painting a vivid picture of his terrifying end. Merely 25 days after this gruesome discovery, another shocking revelation came to light. William's body, bearing the horrifying scars of his ordeal, was found roughly a mile away from where his older brother's body was discovered. The most shocking twist in this tragic tale was yet to come. In a spine-chilling revelation, it was unearthed that their very own uncle, the deceptive Johnny Porter, was the cold-blooded mastermind who orchestrated the kidnapping and subsequent demise of young William. In the late fall of November of 1991, Alpo, full name Alberto Martinez, was apprehended in the pulsating heart of Washington, D.C. The charges that were leveled against him were severe and damning, to say the least: narcotics trafficking and conspiracy to commit murder. The weight of his crimes bore down on him, a potential life sentence looming like a dark, ominous cloud. Alpo found himself at a crossroads, a critical juncture in his life where the choices he made would forever alter the course of his destiny. He was faced with a dilemma both personal and profound: to choose a life imprisoned within the harsh, unyielding walls of a penitentiary, or to make a different choice, one that would offer him a lifeline, albeit one that came with its own set of grave consequences. And so, with a determination forged out of a desire to avoid a life sentence and the will to survive, Alpo made the decision that he would not spend the rest of his life behind bars. He chose to cooperate with the authorities, to turn against his own, and testify against the people within his organization. This was an act of self-preservation that sent shockwaves through his criminal enterprise. During his cooperation, Alpo confessed to the heinous murders he had committed, including that of his once close friend and ally Rich Porter. His confessions were a chilling account of a life lived on the edge, a testament to his ruthless nature. As a result of his cooperation, Alpo was charged with 14 counts of murder, a far cry from the potential life sentence he was facing. However, in a twist of irony, he served only 24 years in prison. He was released in 2015. After enduring the confines of a prison cell, Alpo found his freedom, only to be met with an equally confining life under the United States Witness Protection Program. Swapping the bustling city life for the relative quiet of Lewiston, Maine, he adopted a new identity, Abraham Rodriguez. With a new name and a fresh start, Rodriguez tried to create a new life, to experience a semblance of normalcy amidst the chaos had once been his life. However, his past was not easy to shake off. His love for Harlem, the neighborhood he was so familiar with, drew him back time and time again. He was often captured in photographs, his figure recognizable, zooming around on his motorcycle, a sight that was both familiar and unsettling to the residents of Harlem. As the calendar marked October 31st, 2021, Rodriguez, still known to many as Alpo, decided to attend a Halloween party. It was in Harlem, a place that held a lot of memories for him. As the night descended into the early hours of the next, Alpo left the party, his spirits high, unaware of the dire fate that awaited him. He was ambushed as he boarded his Dodge Ram, a hail of bullets hitting him in quick succession. Despite his injuries, Alpo managed to escape, his adrenaline-fueled flight ending in a tragic crash, just a few blocks away from the comforting presence of a police station. 5 bullets had torn into his flesh, leading to his eventual demise. His death was a chilling echo of his violent past. The man behind the gun was identified as Shaquem Parker. It was reported that their animosity had ignited over the summer when Alpo, notorious for his wild driving, had brushed past Parker disrespectfully, triggering a heated altercation. The feud culminated in the tragic events of that October night, where Parker, spotting Alpo leaving the party, took the opportunity to end their dispute permanently. Among those who rejoiced was Pat Porter, sister of Rich Porter, whose satisfaction was marked by years of grudges. Amidst all this, Alpo's son, Paparazzi Po, paid tribute to his father with a heartfelt post on Twitter, capturing the complex emotions that surrounded Alpo's life and death. For more in-depth content and story of Alpo Martinez, check out the film Paid in Full and the documentary called Game Over. Thanks for watching Trap Docs. Like, share, and subscribe.